Hi, my name is Jo Gauda. I have been a clinical hypnotherapist for the last 12 years, treating clients from the world famous Harley Street in London and recently from my private practice in the city. Over the years, I've seen about 7,500 clients for a variety of issues, and one of the treatments which was pretty common, it was a fear and phobias. And phobia is described as an irrational and persistent fear triggered by a specific situation, animal, object. And people suffering with phobias, they will go into the lengths to avoid the contact with the object or with the situation. They will create the strategy, avoidance, and sometimes it takes a lot of energy. So hypnotherapy is perceived to be a very good therapy and treatment for the fear. First of all, why is it so effective? First of all, hypnotherapy uses hypnosis, is the major tool. And hypnosis causes relaxation, mind relaxation and body relaxation. And most of all, it would make your mind quiet. So if you suffer from very irrational fear, you have a certain scenario in your head and certain process of thinking about this and certain strategy to helping you to cope with this. So when someone comes to me to be helped with like fear of spiders or needles phobia or fear of flying or fear of confined spaces, fear of heights, there are many different not very common phobias as well. But it's just basically triggered by a specific animal, object or situation. I know there's a very specific scenario in this person's head of this situation. I've been speaking recently to the members of my family, and some members of my family they suffer from a fear of spiders. And I was trying to understand how he perceives the spider. So the way he described this, it was like he would be seeing a spider in the size of a tall building, hairy, big, almost being able to eat him alive. And he described certain feelings in his body, like goosebumps he would be having thinking about this. So obviously it's exaggerated. What he was creating in his mind is completely exaggerated and irrational, but it causes a physical reaction in his body. And of the same thing happens with all the clients coming with the phobia problem. They would create in their heads this scary movie in their own mind cinema. They're sitting in the front row and they're looking up and they're looking at this big wide screen and they're watching this film, scaring them to death. Very, very realistic film, very realistic movie about the spider, about the needles, about the how scary, daunting, powerless experience for them it's going to be. And of course it works every single time because they're so engaged. It's a little bit like, do you remember when you watched the movie and you were completely into the movie, that you completely forgotten about the whole world because the movie seemed to be so real, like the only reality. So this is what is happening with people suffering with phobias. They play this film all over again, and the trigger will be the specific situation, animal, or object. So what I was doing and what I'm still doing in my practice with the clients coming with phobias. First of all, I want them to relax. I want them to experience hypnosis. Hypnosis is good by itself. It brings this wonderful, peaceful, joyful feeling into your body and into your mind. So first of all, you have to relax. You have to even sometimes learn how to relax. And to be more relaxed, you need to have less thinking. So instead of having your mind packed and jammed with thoughts like M25 near London on Friday evening, when there is a traffic and there's so many cars and you moving in this traffic so slowly and everybody is in a hurry and be tensed, it shows the person's mind with too much of thinking. And if all these thoughts are negative and all these thoughts, they will create this film in your head, you playing all over again, and then you forget about this. It will go to this somewhere, to unconscious folder, to the catalog in unconscious, but it will be there. When there's object, animal or situation, the folder will be picked up and it will scare you to death. So it's better to create the strategy which will take a lot of your energy to avoid it. So hypnosis is very good in quieting down your mind, so you have less thinking. And because you have less thinking, you have more space in your head, you have clearer mind, your breathing is deeper, you are more detached, more present, happier. It will transfer into your body. So this is what hypnosis does as far as relaxation. And your mind will become, to use again the comparison of M25 near London, it will become like M25 near London on Sunday morning. Occasional car, smooth flow while you're driving. And the same with thinking. You have occasional thoughts just popping up into your head, but still this feeling of relaxation and joy will stay there. So to change this negative scary movie, negative scary film you're having about this object, animal or situation, we can use hypnosis. We can suggest the change so you can feel more in control. Because what I've discovered and what I've heard over the years with the clients coming with the fear or phobias or anxieties, they lose a lot of energy on the strategy, but deep down they feel powerless and they feel they won't be able to cope if it happens. So it takes a lot of energy out of them to hold on into the strategy. And the changes I've seen through the sessions is for the client to feel calmer, more composed, more relaxed, more detached, indifferent about the object or animal or situation. Sometimes even they wonder, why was it even I was having this fear? Like it seems to be something completely irrational, and it becomes the thing of the past. It stays behind them. It just becomes the thing of the past for them. They are not fearful and powerless anymore. So if you're interested in helping you to feel more in control, because I know this control issue is the major thing for someone suffering with fear and phobia, to hide deep down settled feeling of powerlessness. If you want to feel more powerful, if you want to feel in control, I invite you to call me now by clicking this button below, and I will book you in for a free, no obligation call. Let me help you to be in control again. Let me help you to change your life and feel powerful instead of powerless again. I've seen this happening many times. It's just knowing how to work on how to access your unconscious mind, how to work within your unconscious mind and suggest the powerful positive change, and sometimes repetition is also the key. And you would feel free and happy again.